This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome once again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for girls basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Dietrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Tonight the Shelton Highclimbers have a non-league game against the Olympic Trojans. Shelton comes into tonight's game with a 6-2 record and are coming off a 76-39 win over North Mason on December 19th. Highclimbers have a 3-game winning streak. Olympic is 2-5 on the season. The Lady Trojans have lost their last 3 games, including 50-37 to Central Kitsap last Friday. Shelton knocked off CK 69-42 on December 15th. This will be the second meeting between the teams. The first time, a year ago, Olympic won 50-45. Will the Highclimbers avenge that loss and extend their winning streak to 4 games? Or will the Trojans end their losing skid and make it 2 in a row over Shelton? We're just minutes away from finding out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with Shelton Coach Aaron Leth. It's girls basketball, the Olympic Trojans at the Shelton Highclimbers, next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen and Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPthe for more information on how we're working for you.
Well, welcome back to the Mini Dome, everyone. I'm Dietrich Allen. Up at the top of the stands, crossing the scorer's table, our usual position here at the Mini Dome for this non-league basketball game between Shelton and Olympic. It is now time to talk with Coach. It's Shelton Coach Aaron Leth I talked to about an hour ago or so. Coach Aaron Leth, let's go back a little more in the week. You hosted North Mason, and they didn't provide too much of a challenge for you, did they?
I wouldn't say it wasn't too much of a challenge. Our girls have been playing really good as of lately, and our man defense is pretty stout, and we don't want to go back to running zone. We want to run man later on in our season when it comes down to some of our teams like Peninsula, who we have coming in next week, and Timberline. The girls just played really well, shot extremely well. Timberware, again, I think she was over 50% from the three-point line. Kai, I think, was somewhere around there too. So, as of lately, I think we're averaging 10 threes a game. So, it makes it tough when teams come in. And obviously, we jumped out with 3 3-pointers, I believe, right to start the game, and that's kind of crushing to another team.
Yeah, you had, I got my sheet here, I think you had 4 players scoring double digits, and, I think Katie Johnson had a monster third with something like that. It just was...
It was an all-around, it was all-around team effort. We had 4 girls in double figures, but besides that, I think we had 25 assists. It was just sharing the ball, being unselfish, finding that open person, making that extra pass to find an open person, and our whole mentality has been to run. We do really well in transition. We shoot well in transition, and we understand where everybody's going to be, or should be anyways, on the offensive end. So when your team plays like that, it's hard for teams to beat you. Now, that I'm not being arrogant by any means, because we got some tough teams coming in here this next week. But we'll see how tonight is. We had practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and after 3 days off, girls a little sluggish. So we'll see what happens.
Let's talk about Olympic. They've had a pretty decent program. Looks like they're a little down this year.
Yeah, they've been at state, I think, the last 4 or 5 years. I know they have a new coach in right now. I noticed our record, I believe, was 2-5. We lost to them last year at their place, and we didn't play a very good game. Lost by 5, I believe. And so we really are excited to have them come back in, because we want to see if last week was just a fluke, or if, maybe it was meant to be last year. So either way, I think we're going to be in for a good challenge tonight.
So you told me last time we spoke that you're playing it game by game. You're not looking ahead, and you've got that mentality into your girls, right?
That's what we write in our journals when we talk about it. It's practice by practice and game by game. And obviously next week we're going back to league, so we're thinking about that. But we're not looking through Olympic. You can't look through teams. That's when they come out and they surprise you, and if it plays a little sloppy, then you just don't get that W. The W's really are going to count this next week, with Peninsula being right hot on our heels in league, and Timberline's above us. We're all basically tied for third place right now, or second place right now. So those 2 games are really important to us this next coming week. And then obviously the week after, I believe, or the week after that, we have Gig Harbor coming in. But league games, every game, just one at a time.
Anybody injured? Everybody available?
Everybody's healthy. Everybody's available. So everybody will see a lot of playing time tonight.
One question I want to talk about. I think you mentioned it at one point in time that your JV is playing extremely well. They've yet to lose, is that correct?
Our C team and JV team are still undefeated. And actually our JV team, the average win is 35 plus. So, they're not only beating teams, but they're beating them pretty good. And so, that's nice to have in a program. C team to JV, it's nice to have in a program, because, then that years are going to be good coming up underneath, and it's not just, hey, your varsity's good or your JV's good. It's all 3 teams are solid. And so, the program has really turned full swing, and, we're really excited for the next few years.
Now, does that create a problem if you want to bring one or two of the JV squad up to varsity, or you want to keep them down there to play?
I would like to see our girls that are playing on JV get the most time that benefits them. So by bringing people up to varsity and having them sit on a bench and play 2 or 3 minutes and taking away minutes from their JV, sometimes it can hinder more than it can help. And it's nice to get some of them some of that varsity time, because they don't see that game speed at the JV level. Some games they do, but for the most part they don't. And you want to have them do that, but at the same time you don't want to have them sit on a bench. You're not going to get better watching. You're going to get better playing.
I'll let you go, Coach. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Shelton Coach Aaron Leth here at the Mini Dome. We're about ready to get the starting lineups. We'll come back with the starting 5 for each team in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey is 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We're here back at the Mini Dome. Time for the starting five for each team. Let's give it to you right now. Let's see here. We'll start out with the visiting Trojans. Kiki Mitchell, a 5'3" senior. Zoe Matheny, a 5'8" junior. Aaliyah Williams, a 6'1" senior. Alana Mitchell, a 5'4" junior. And Morgan Kresser, a 5'11" sophomore. So that's Mitchell and Mitchell. Matheny, Williams, and Kresser for the Trojans. For the Lady Highclimbers, Katie Johnson, 5'3" senior. Timber Ware, a 5'5" junior. Jasmine Griffin, a 5'6" senior. Kylan Powell, a 5'11" junior. And Kaylin Garens, a 5'11" senior. So that's Johnson, Ware, Griffin, Powell, and Garens for the Highclimbers. We will be back with the tip-off here in a moment, as we're moments away from this tip-off between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Olympic Trojans. That's coming up next here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Just waiting for the tip-off here at the Mini Dome between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Trojans from Olympic out of Silverdale, if you're not familiar with where Olympic High School is. And it's up there in Silverdale, right next to Silverdale Stadium. Kind of interesting how that all works out. Anyways, it's Johnson, Ware, Griffin, Powell, and Garens for the Highclimbers. Kiki Mitchell, Matheny, Alea Williams, Alana Mitchell, and Morgan Kresser for the Trojans. Trojans will be wearing their road black uniforms. Highclimbers in their home whites with the red letters and the red trim. Some little black in there as well. Waiting for each coach to give their last bit of instructions to get this thing underway. A little non-league girls basketball here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We have another game tomorrow. And it looks like Jasmine Griffin. And let's see here. That's going to be Alana Mitchell, I believe, in the middle. Nope, it's Alea Williams facing Griffin for the opening tip. And here we go. Ball's tipped up. Griffin taps it, and it's controlled by the Trojans. Matheny gets it up top. That's Mitchell. Going to Kiki Mitchell out to the corner. Fake three on the way by Williams. Williams drives baseline and hit the jumper. Katie Johnson speeds across midcourt for the Highclimbers. Over to Jasmine Griffin, driving baseline. Shovels it down to Kylan Powell. Bumped out of bounds. And that will go on Morgan Kresser. Her first personal foul, first whistle of the ball game. 30 seconds in, Olympic leads early, 2-0. And inbounds and 3 at the top for Timberware. Highclimbers go up by 1. There's Kiki Mitchell to the foul line, turn it around, kick it out top. 3 on the way. Mitchell, no. Rebound goes to Katie Johnson for Shelton. Quickly up to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin speeding up the sidelines. To the trailer, that's Johnson. Johnson, one dribble to Ware. Timber into the corner to Kylan. Shovels it to Kayla up top. Katie. Katie for 3 off the back of the iron. Nope. Rebound pulled down on the run by the Trojans. Kiki Mitchell with it. Trying to set the play for the Trojans. Throws it over to Alana Mitchell. Down to the box, nice find down low, but too far underneath is Matheny, missed the shot, and here come the Highclimbers. Quickly up to Katie Johnson, lob it though, try to hit a low pass down low, deflected off the backboard, and that will go down as a turnover. Here comes Alana Mitchell with the ball for the Trojans. Over to Williams down low. To Alana, can't corral it, and it's another turnover actually. The Highclimbers had it for a brief second, throwing it out of bounds. It'll be Olympic ball right in the corner on the sidelines. Alana Mitchell will trigger the play. Bouncing it in to Kiki Mitchell, knocked out of bounds. It's going to go off of Olympic. That'll be Highclimber ball on their first turnover. 3-2 game, 6:22 to go, first quarter. It's Katie Johnson. Down to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin for 3. Yes. 2 threes in the ball game. To start the ball game for Shelton. Kiki Mitchell with the ball. A 2-woman play there. Kind of goes awry for Olympic, and a steal or near steal by Jasmine Griffin. She rolled out of bounds, unfortunately. It'll stay with the Trojans. Alana Mitchell will trigger the play. Looking in the middle. Throws it up top. Nice hands by Morgan Kressler. And Kiki Mitchell trying to drive. Finds Morgan. Stripped of the ball by Timberware. Up to Katie Johnson. Johnson's going to go to the hole. Comes up short. Ware was there to knock it away. And it'll go over to Olympic. Kiki Mitchell for the Trojans. To Alana Mitchell. Trapped on the half court by a steal by Kayla Garens. Garens is going to go to the bucket, scoop it up and in. So it's 8-2. First quarter action. The Mitchells exchange some passes, near steal there. Throw across to Matheny. Matheny to the hoop. Missed the shot, but drew the foul on the Highclimbers. First personal foul will go on whom? Looks like it'll go on Timberware, her first. At the free throw line for 2 free throws is Zoe Matheny. Got to cut into this 6-point Highclimber lead early. First free throw off the back of the iron. So you'll get another free throw for Olympic. 5:12 to go, first quarter. Second free throw dropped in. And here comes Katie Johnson. Quickly to Ware on the sidelines. To Kylan Powell, over to Ware. To Johnson. Johnson down to Kylan. Kylan quickly passes it to the baseline to Garens. Garens had to save it. It rolls all the way up to the top. Now it's Timberware way outside for 3. That's short. Oh, went over the backboard. And that'll go over to the Trojans from Olympic. We have a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey's 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Back at the mini dome. 4:53 to go here, first quarter, 8-3. Shelton on top. Olympic will have the ball. Coming out of the timeout. Looks like the same lineup for both teams. KEEPthe Mitchell will inbounds it. There's Alana Mitchell in the backcourt with her. Like the Highclimbers are going to go full court press. Little player on player, a little zone. Over it goes to Kressler, hand off to KEEPthe Mitchell. Mitchell to the three-point arc far side, trying to set something up for the Trojans. She'll dribble up top. Throw it over to Alana Mitchell. She's got Johnson with her. Nice find down low to Williams. Williams tried to get it out and snuck out of bounds by the quick hands of Jasmine Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. There'll be a sideline near the corner inbounds for Olympic. Mitchell inbounds it. That's Alana to KEEPthe. And Timber Ware ties up Mitchell, and that'll go over to the Highclimbers. 5-point lead for Shelton with the ball. Katie Johnson. Over to Jasmine Griffin. One-handed over to Timber Ware at the top. Back to Griffin. Griffin eyes the hoop, drives the foul line. Kick it back out. Extra pass over to Johnson. Johnson finds Kylan Powell camping on the box on the near side. She's fouled going to the hoop. So Kylan Powell at the free throw line. Kylan had, let's see here, 14 points in their last game for the Highclimbers against North Mason. This court. Personal foul is going to go on KEEPthe Mitchell. Second team foul on Olympic. Powell can try to extend this Highclimber lead. Got the first one. Should get another one. Second free throw spins in. It's a 7-point lead for the Highclimbers, their biggest of the night. Mitchell's are exchanging passes in the backcourt. KEEPthe to Alana. Back to KEEPthe and a timeout. We have a stoppage of play here. A referee on that far side thought that there was a timeout called by the coach. Mitchell gets it up to Metheny. Metheny over to Mitchell. That's Alana Mitchell. Looking down low, throws it to the side of the paint. Still away by Kylan Powell. Get it up the court to Johnson. Johnson three-point arc, finds the trailers. Powell. Powell bangs body, puts it up, but draws the charge. And Kylan picked up her second team foul on Shelton. 7-point lead for the Highclimbers. Mitchell to Mitchell, back to Mitchell. Alana with it, throws it up near midcourt. Knocked away by Kylan Powell. Corralled by Johnson over to Ware. Ware eyes the hoop for three. There it goes. It's their second three in the ball game. And that's a 10-point lead for Shelton. Still in backcourt are the Trojans. Mitchell's having some trouble getting it up. It's it up to Williams. Williams throws it up short, and Kylan Powell with another steal. Over to Ware. Timber back to the basket. Finds Kylan. Kylan fakes the three, finds Jazz. Jazz for three. That's a little too hard. Rebound goes out of bounds. Actually trying to save it is Timber Ware. Taya Gooley will step onto the court for the first time tonight. for the Highclimbers. Griffin will sit down. And Emma Meadows will step on for the first time for Olympic. And Aaliyah Williams will sit down for the Trojans. 10-point lead for the Highclimbers. Olympic has the ball. Mitchell's in back court. Metheny with it, gets it to Mitchell, gets the ball back. Here comes some Metheny. Metheny speeds past the defense, nearly lost it crossing the foul line. Kick it out to Mitchell. Alana missed the three. Rebound goes to Ware. Ware to Kylan Powell. Powell was a 2-on-1. Tried to get it to Gooley. Gooley a little low for her to handle. She had to track it down in the corner. There's Ware for three. Nope. Rebound pulled down by, let's see, who is that? It was Metheny with the rebound. Who has the ball right now is Mitchell. It's Kiki Mitchell to Metheny. Over to Alana Mitchell. Nice no-look pass down low to Kressler. Nice move for Morgan. She put it up and in. Come the Highclimbers back quickly. Gooley drives baseline, finds Johnson. Johnson back to Gooley. Taya takes the three. No. Rebound, Kiki Mitchell. She's trying to go coast to coast. Steps by the defensive Johnson, scoops it up and in. Nice move by Kiki. And here comes Katie Johnson right back for the Highclimbers. Down to Taya Gooley. Oh, can't finish on that one. Rebound goes to Mitchell. And comes Kiki Mitchell. Alana with the rebound, Kiki with the ball for Olympic. Now it goes to Metheny. Steps by the defensive Johnson. Pull-up jumper doesn't fall. Rebound, Kayla Garens. Stolen away by Kressler. Turnaround jumper doesn't, was hacked and fouled actually. So Morgan Kresser, excuse me, is at the free throw line. Kayla Garens picked up her first. Looks like Jasmine Griffin and Lexi Moon are up off the Highclimber bench to check in. First free throw by Kresser goes in. Look at it right, Morgan Kresser. Briley Triggs will step on for the Trojans. And let's see here, we have Kalani Riley. Second free throw falls off. Rebound goes to Kylan Powell, up to Gooley. Taya to the three-point line. Throws it over to Katie Johnson, now back to Gooley. Taya back to Johnson. Down it goes to Lexi Moon, to the hoop. It's up and in. First basket for Lexi. Metheny will bring up the ball for Olympic. Working on the near side, trying to clear things out. Looking for Kresser. Oh, she stepped out of bounds. Oops. Oh, they're going to get a push foul on Shelton somehow. Taya Gooley picked up her first personal. Fourth team foul. Triggs gets it in to Metheny. Metheny over back to Triggs. Triggs directing some traffic. High post feed. Nice find to Metheny. Metheny hit the underside of the backboard. Got the ball back. Out it goes to Riley. Her jumper falls off. Kaylin Powell with the rebound. Up to Johnson. Johnson driving baseline, turnaround. Finds Kylan Powell. Shuffles it down to the baseline to Jasmine Griffin. Ball's free though. And a jump ball is called. That'll go over to Olympic. And 4 turnovers on Shelton. 5 on Olympic. And make it 6 if Jazz can come away with that one. She does. Finds Kylan Powell. Powell throws it up at the buzzer. Nope. And that'll be the first quarter. Shelton up 15-8. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. 7-point lead for the Shelton Highclimbers, 15-8. Looks like both Mitchells are coming out with Riley and let's see here, I believe that's Meadows and Triggs. It'll be a Highclimber ball. They come out with Johnson, Naguli, Griffin, Moon, and Powell. Johnson will get it into Powell and get it right back. Into the corner to Gooley, down to Lexi Moon on the box. Turnaround hook, comes up short. Rebound pulled down by the Trojans. Still having some trouble with the back court. There comes Kiki Mitchell. Mitchell speeding up the court. Out it goes to Alana. There's Kiki Mitchell driving baseline. Nice move, puts it up and in. 4 points for Kiki. Lead is down to 5 for the Highclimbers. Katie Johnson with the ball at midcourt to Taya Gooley. Over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin stops, pops the foul line elbow, hits it. 5 points for Jazz. 7-point lead for the Highclimbers. Inbounds, quick passes. There's Riley with it for Olympic to the three-point arc. It's a trailer. That's Triggs. Over to Lana Mitchell. Back to Riley. Now to Kiki Mitchell. She'll drive outside, hand it off to Triggs. Triggs, turnaround three, rattled in. How did Alana Mitchell get that one in there? And here come the Highclimbers quickly back the other way. Nice find down low from Kylan Powell to Jasmine Griffin. She can't get it to fall in, but there's a foul on Olympic. And that will go on Riley Triggs, her first. Third team foul. First free throw for Jasmine doesn't fall in. She'll get one more. Timber Ware will step back onto the court for Shelton. Katie Johnson will sit down. Second free throw for Jasmine Griffin. Short. Rebound goes to Triggs. And a jump ball is called, and that will go, well, it'll just actually go over to Olympic. It's like Gooley and Griffin will do a little full court press. Inbounds. Here's Triggs with it. Back to Mitchell, Kiki Mitchell. Lob it, it's stolen away, knocked away by Ware to Moon, down to Ware. Ware, nice extra pass to Griffin. Griffin off the glass. Oh, it flopped out. Rebound goes down to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Triggs, and here come the Trojans. Triggs driving and putting it up and in. It's a 4-point lead for the Trojans, or for the Highclimbers, excuse me. Timber Ware with the ball beyond the three-point arc. Down to the baseline to Powell. Powell drives baseline. Extra pass to Gooley. Gooley fakes a three to Griffin. Griffin drives the foul line. Kick it out to Ware. Ware about 6 feet beyond the arc. It goes in. Our third three of the night. 5-point lead. And here come the Trojans. Mitchell trying to attack the basket. She draws a foul on the Highclimbers. They're going to call Timber Ware for a second. So Alana Mitchell at the free throw line for a couple of free throws.
To the line, number 52, Alana Mitchell.
Here's the first one. Should get another one.
In the ball game, Amy Johnson, number 10, and also into the ball game is number 55, Deshea Wilson.
Katie Johnson will step back onto the court for the Highclimbers, and Deshea Littleson is on there for Shelton as well. Second free throw for Mitchell. Goes in. Give her 4 points. And a full timeout has been called by Olympic. 5:44 to go here, second quarter. 20-16. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey's 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Odd little technical problem there going into that State Patrol PSA there. All right. So Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. They have Moon, Littleson, Griffin, Johnson, and Gooley on the court. Gooley will bring the ball up for the Lady Highclimbers. Over to Jasmine Griffin. Hook pass in the middle to Lexi Moon off the deflection. She puts it up. Misses the shot, draws a foul. So Lexi's at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. That'll be the first personal on Emma Meadows. And 14 fouls on Olympic as Moon's first free throw goes in. Should we get another one? Same as the last one. Give her 4 points so far tonight. Highclimbers backed off on the full court press. Riley with the ball. That's Mitchell, Alana Mitchell to Kiki Mitchell. Still on the dribbles. And an offensive foul on, I'm not sure who that's going to go on. It might be on Kiki Mitchell. It went actually on Alana Mitchell. Her first. Fifth the team foul. And Jordan Peterson checks into the ball game for Shelton for the first time tonight. She'll get it right back to Katie Johnson. And over to Jordan Mitchell. I'm sorry, Jordan Peterson. Peterson with the ball. Back to Johnson. Over to Griffin. Griffin, top of the key, fakes a three, finds Johnson. Johnson back to Griffin. Griffin hooks it back into the corner to Johnson for three. That's off the mark. Peterson with the rebound, shuffles it, or try to shuffle it down to Moon. It's deflected out of bounds, and I have 5 turnovers on the Highclimbers. Leading by 6. 4:50 to go here, first half. Shelton with the lead. Olympic with the ball. Riley will bring it across the midcourt over to Alana Mitchell. Cross court it goes to Triggs. She gets a screen from Mitchell. Nice step by. Extra pass down low. And a foul on the shot. It was Meadows with the shot, but Deshea Littleson picked up her first. 6th team fouls. It was before the shot, so it's baseline inbounds for the Trojans. Mitchell to Mitchell. Kiki with it, side of the paint. Shot is up there, draws the foul. There'll be 7 team fouls on Shelton, and Jasmine Griffin gets her first. So Kiki Mitchell at the free throw line. First trip to the line tonight so far. Has 4 points. Give her 5. One more for Kiki. Nope. Rebound, Jasmine Griffin tracked it down. Griffin will speed up the court. Throw it over to Johnson. But they're looking for Moon. Finds Peterson. Peterson drives baseline, stops, gets it out to Johnson. Katie for 3. Short. Griffin with the position, saves it inbounds to Peterson. Peterson hooks it to Moon. Moon to Deshea Littleson. Extra pass over to Jasmine Griffin. Down it goes to Lexi Moon. Nope, can't get the hook to fall. And here comes Mitchell. Alana Mitchell with the ball for Olympic. Throws it over to Riley and back to Mitchell. This is Kiki with it. Hands it off to Triggs. Nice little steal. Lexi Moon will get it up to Peterson. Peterson, top of the key, stops and pops for 3. Oop, missed it wildly. Rebound goes to Kiki Mitchell. And there's Alana. Over to Riley. Riley to the foul line, stops and pops. Missed it, rebound Johnson. Skied in there to get the rebound, bumped from behind by Mitchell. It'll be a second personal on Alana. 16 foul on Olympic. 4 substitutions in the ballgame for Olympic. We'll have to get that in a minute. Shelton will take a timeout. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. And let's see here. I thought I saw a Highclimber. Yes, Taya Gooley's back in there for Shelton. There's some substitutions for Olympic to bring to you when we get a moment. 4 of them. Gooley will bring it across mid-court, throw it in the corner to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin down to Deshea Littleson. Extra pass in the middle to Lexi Moon. Can't get it to fall. Saves it to Peterson. Peterson finds Gooley. Back to Peterson, and there's Griffin in the corner. Drives baseline, finds Peterson. Peterson hooks it to Moon. To Deshea Littleson for 3. Nope. Rebound tracked down by, well, tried to save it in bounds was Peterson. She saves it. And it goes off the hands of Jakaya Willis, who checked in. So, Tate Gooley trying to get to the right side of referee. Inbounds it to Peterson, gets the ball back. Gooley dribbles up to the top between circles, working on the left, or the right side, finds Littleson. Out to Jasmine Griffin for 3. Rebound goes to Peterson. She saved it and goes off the body of a Trojan player, but it goes corralled by the Trojans. And here comes Mitchell. Mitchell scoops it up and in. That's Kiki with 7 points. And the lead is 3 for the Highclimbers. Over to Griffin. Griffin trying to step by the defense of Morgan Cresser. I believe they're going to get Cresser with her second personal. 17 foul on the Trojans, where Garens and Powell will step back onto the court for Shelton. Wilson and Moon will sit down. Let's see who were the other player. Oh, it's Timber Ware's ready to check in. There she is. Wait, she's coming in for Griffin. Griffin's at the free throw line. So 1-1. Jazz missed the first one. Mitchell with the rebound, and she tried to shuffle it in. It goes off of a high climber out of bounds. Stays with the Trojans. And there's Timber Ware. She goes and gets Jasmine Griffin. So it's Peterson, Ware, Gooley, Gerens, and Powell on the court for Shelton. Now Olympic has the ball. Oh boy, that's a touch foul. That's a touchy foul. Peterson picked up her first 8th team foul on Shelton. And Zoe Metheny is at the free throw line for first of a 1-1. Got the first one. Get one more. She is 2 for 3 at the free throw line, has 2 points tonight. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the half, 2-point lead for the Highclimbers. The second free throw falls off. Rebound goes with Kayla Gerens, and here comes Kylan Powell. And then she palmed the ball. Boy, I have 6 turnovers on Shelton, 7 on Olympic. The Olympic ball. Oh, and Mitchell just off on her pass. It'll be High Climber ball, leading by 2. Goalie will bring it up to Peterson. Looking for Timber Ware. There it is. Where it goes to Gooley. Side of the paint to Gerens. Triple team to Powell. Powell in the paint. Draws a crowd, draws a foul.
Fouls on number 43, Williams.
Williams picked up her first personal. Powell hits the free throw. Emma Meadows will step back on for Olympic. And Kresser sits down. Second free throw for Kyland. That goes in. She's 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Approaching a minute and a half to go here in the half. 4-point lead for Shelton. Olympic with the ball. There's Meadows to Williams. Williams to Alana Mitchell. Up top goes to Meadows. Metheny. Metheny drives in, stripped of the ball, but they're going to get the Highclimbers with the foul. That'll be 19 fouls on Shelton. Powell. Oh, Kayla Gerens picked up her second. So at the free throw line is Zoe Metheny. It's the first one. She'll get another one. She is 2 for 5 at the free throw line. Has 2 points tonight. Trying to cut into this 4-point High Climber lead. Second one goes in. Here comes Taya Gooley with the ball for Shelton. Leading by 3. Timber Ware with it now. Spinning. Runner. Goes. Timber with 11 points. Metheny with the ball. Throws it over to Mitchell. There's Kiki Mitchell with the ball now. Fake one way, goes the other one. Goes right down the lane, bumping bodies, knocking over Taya Gooley. Foul's either going to be on Taya or Timber Ware. We'll go on Timber. That's her third. Kiki Mitchell's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She's a 1 for 2, has 7 points tonight. Make it 8. Katie Johnson back in the ballgame for Shelton. Timber will have to sit down, having picked up her third personal. Second free throw by Mitchell goes in. 3-point lead for the Highclimbers. Here comes Katie Johnson. Trying to lob it down to Garens. Deflected, stolen away by the Trojans, but Kylan Powell stayed with it. Ball still free. Scramble for it, and Mitchell dives to the floor. And we have a timeout called by Olympic. We'll take it. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
.2 seconds to go here in the half. 3-point lead for Shelton. Olympic will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Mitchell, Metheny, Mitchell, Meadows, and Williams on the court for the Lady Trojans. Metheny will bring it up center of the court. Met by Gooley. Over to Kiki Mitchell. Give it to Alana Mitchell. Now that's Meadows, and a whistle away from the ball. So it's a Highclimber ball on the 8th turnover for Olympic. Katie Johnson with it, over to Gooley. Taya with the ball over her head. Bounce into the corner to Peterson. Jordan drives side of the paint. Leaves it for Powell. Powell over to Johnson. Johnson with 2 seconds finds Garens. Quick pass down to Powell. Can't get the shot off. And the half will end with Shelton up 26-23. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in just a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
And it's halftime here at the Mini Dome. Shelton Highclimbers lead the Olympic Trojans by a 26-23 score there. Let's see here. The Highclimbers were led in scoring by Timber Ware. She has 11 points. 5 for Jasmine Griffin, 4 for Kylan Powell, and 4 for Lexi Moon. Let's see here. Basket for Kayla Gammons. For the Trojans, they're being led in scoring by Kiki Mitchell. It's 9 points. 4 for Alana Mitchell. 3 apiece for Zoe Metheny and Morgan Cresser. I'm sorry, for Alana. 3 apiece, that's right, for Cresser. Basket for Alea Williams. And a basket for Braylon Triggs. The Highclimbers started a little bit slow. They did jump out to a 10-point lead in the first quarter. Trojans managed to come back from that deficit and pull within 2 at one point. Had a chance to pull within 1 as well, but the free throw fell off. And turnovers pretty even. Highclimbers 7, Olympic 8. But the turnovers mostly in the second quarter were probably the difference here. Allowed the Trojans to come back, and I'm not sure what's going on at midcourt there. And they're being yelled at that young man. So we'll take another timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter and more of the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show here in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPtheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey's 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
And welcome back to the Mini Dome. Halftime score you see right there. Shelton 26, Olympic 23. Highclimbers being led by Timber Ware, but she might not get as much playing time in the third quarter, and she does have 3 personal fouls. For the Trojans, they're being led by KEEPthe Mitchell. She has 9 points. Foul trouble for the ladies from Silverdale. Alana Mitchell has 2, and Morgan Cresser has 2. Other than that, I don't see any problem with their lineup. Back to the Highclimbers for a minute. Kayla Garens has 2 personal fouls, along with Timberware's 3, so that could be something to watch. We're just a couple of minutes away from the third quarter, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the 4th Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter. 3-point lead for the Highclimbers, 26-23. Looks like the Highclimbers will have the ball to start the second half. They did have a 10-point lead in the first quarter, and Olympic has been able to mount a comeback and pull it within 2 at one point, and they're down 3 here to start the quarter. So the Highclimbers will have Ware on the court with Garens, Powell, Griffin, and Katie Johnson, who will inbounds it. And she's yelling at Timber to come help her out with the inbounds. So Griffin will actually come and get the inbounds. As we get ready to get underway. So Griffin gets the ball from Johnson, back to Griffin. Jasmine shovels it down to Powell, out it goes to Ware. Ware in the corner for 3, no. Rebound, crashing the boards. Powell, one dribble, back up and in. Kylan with the first basket tonight has 6 points. Previous 4 from the free throw line. So here comes Mitchell. To Mitchell, and a steal by Powell with the long arms. Kylan on the run. Gonna bump bodies, scoop it up, draw the foul. But they're gonna say it's an offensive foul. And that'll be Kylan's second personal. And the Trojan lineup is going to be Leah Williams, Morgan Cresser, both Mitchells, and Matheny. KEEPthe Mitchell with the ball, and she palmed it, turned it right back over. So that gives Olympic 10 turnovers. Shelton has 8. Katie Johnson quickly skips over, throws it over to Griffin. Griffin for 3, that's short. Rebound pulled down by Kesser to Metheny. And what do we have? Not sure what happened there. I think we had something on the court, little child, possibly. So KEEPthe Mitchell will bring it across the timeline over to Alana. Over to Williams. Williams lost the handle on the ball. They say it went off of a high climber, knocked it out. So it stays with Olympic. Sideline inbounds in the corner. Alana Mitchell will trigger the play, trying to get it in past Johnson, finds Metheny, and it's near steal away. It does come away with a steal. Katie Johnson sneaks by the defense, missed the shot, but Jasmine Griffin with the recovery can't get that one to fall in. And Metheny with the rebound. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell speeding the other way, lost the handle. It's going to be a foul on Jazz, though. Her second team foul. So it'll be baseline inbounds for Olympic.
In the ball game is number 15, Jordan Peterson for the Highclimbers, and number 32, Emma.
A couple of substitutions, we'll give you those in a minute, as Mitchell will lob it into Timber Ware. And Timber's outlet is stolen away, back to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to go one-on-one, fade away, hacked and fouled by Johnson, I believe. They're going to get Katie Johnson with her first. Third team foul on Shelton in the quarter. Almost played a minute and a half here. Inbounds, Metheny. And nearly had the ball stolen away by Ware. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell for three. It's a little hard. Rebound goes to Peterson. Jordan on the run. Throws it up to Powell. Powell goes right to the hoop. Puts it up and in. 8 points for Kylan. And leads up to 5 for the Highclimbers. Mitchell with it. It's Alana Mitchell. Hand it off to Kiki Mitchell. Kiki trying to get by Peterson. Nice defense by Garens. Saved in bounds by Powell. To Garens, up to Johnson. Johnson can't. Nope, she does save it right to Garens, to Powell. Powell hooks it out to Peterson. Peterson for three. Yes! Oh boy. Quickly, 10-point lead for Shelton. Metheny over to Mitchell. Alana Mitchell with it. Looking for high post feed, nothing there. Throws it over to Metheny. Now there's Kiki Mitchell trying to get behind. Ooh, pick by Jordan Peterson. She's got a 1-on-2, finds Katie Johnson for the bank shot. Katie with her first basket tonight. The lead is 12 for Shelton. Mitchell with her back to the basket way outside, throws it over to Metheny, hands it off to Kiki Mitchell, changes direction, goes to the paint, banging bodies. Kayla Garens hit the deck, and I think they're going to get to Kayla with the foul. Kayla picked up her third. So that's 3 personals on Kayla Garens. Kiki Mitchell at the free throw line has 9 points tonight. She is 3 for 4 at the free throw line. First free throw doesn't fall. Lexi Moon will step off the bench, get off the bench and go in and get Kayla with 3 personals. So it's Moon, Powell, Peterson, Ware, and Johnson on the court for Shelton as Olympics. Kiki Mitchell missed the second free throw, got her own rebound, gets it to Alana. Hand it off to Metheny. Metheny back to Kiki. And we have a whistle away from the ball. It's the first foul on Olympic in the quarter and a half as well. I think that went on Morgan Cresser. If it did. Well, I have 2 on her. Makes 3. Peterson down to Moon. Moon had her pass deflected and it managed to goes over there. That's Peterson for 3. Ware with a rebound and a whistle on the Highclimbers under the basket. On whom I'm not sure. I didn't see a white jersey down there. It'll go on Kylan Powell, her third. Metheny will bring it up for the Trojans. Hand it off to Mitchell. And then that's Kiki with it. She's got an open lane, stops and pops and hits. Give her 11 points. Comes Katie Johnson quickly up to Ware. Ware turns back to Johnson. Johnson for 3. No. Rebound tracked down in the corner. Nope, goes out of bounds in the corner. It'll be Trojan ball. Trailing by 10. Taya Gooley up off the Highclimber bench. And Breeley Triggs is in there. The Briley Triggs, I'm sorry. Briley Triggs back in the ballgame. Mitchell with it. To Mitchell is Kiki. And that's Triggs. Out to Mitchell. Mitchell, jumper, no. Rebound knocked out of bounds. That goes over to the Highclimbers. 3:46 to go, third quarter, 35-25. Shelton with the lead and the ball. Taya Gooley will bring it up for the Lady Climbers. Over to Peterson. Peterson, spinning baseline, stops, gets it down to Moon, out to Deshea Littleson for 3. Yes! First basket for Big D. And the lead is 13. Kiki Mitchell with the ball, hands it off to Triggs. Triggs to Metheny. Metheny has a lane, drives right to the hoop, puts it up, no, drew the foul on Lexi Moon, her first, 5th team foul on Shelton. So Zoe Metheny is at the free throw line. She has 3 points. She is 3 for 6 at the free throw line. Got the first one. Make it 4 for 7. Methany's second free throw. That goes in. Give her 5 points. And the lead is 11. 3:12 and counting here in the third quarter. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Timberware with it, far side, 3 on the way. No, rebound pulled down by Mitchell, Kiki Mitchell. Mitchell speeding up the court, runner in the paint, off the glass and in. It's 13 points. Taya Gooley. Over to Ware. To Littleson. To Peterson. Peterson, the foul line, back to Littleson. Over to Gooley. Gooley. Top of the key. Thought about a 3, and oops, she threw it out of bounds. I have 10 turnovers on Shelton. Full timeout has been called. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, I think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe, you found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Back at the mini dome. Shelton Lady Highclimbers leading the Olympic Lady Trojans 38-29. Highclimbers have been up as many as 13 points here in the quarter, and the Olympic keeps coming back. My camera keeps sliding down. In a minute. It'll be a Trojan ball coming out of the timeout off the turnover for Shelton. Triggs will bring the ball across the timeline, hand it off to Metheny. Mitchell. Triggs in the corner. And ball's free, goes over to Triggs, actually, and to Mitchell. Mitchell to Mitchell. Kiki turnaround in a crowd. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Moon. Nope, actually stolen away by Mitchell. Kiki's going to draw the foul. I have 17 fouls on the Lady Highclimbers. Only 1 on the Trojans. And Deshea Littleson picked up her second personal. At the free throw line, Kiki Mitchell. She missed the first one. She'll get another one. She actually went 0-4 in the last trip. And she's 3 for 7 at the free throw line so far tonight. Second one short, rebound goes to Peterson. Peterson brings ball up the court for the Highclimbers. Over to Johnson, now it's down to Littleson. Littleson stripped away by Mitchell. Kiki Mitchell with a steal. She's trying to change directions, missed the shot, rebound goes to Triggs, excuse me. And now Mitchell will set the play. Now it's Kiki. Triggs with a 3, no, and over the top is going to be 54. And this tripod is driving me nuts tonight.
That was on number 54, Morgan Presser. That is her 4th personal foul. Second team foul.
Presser just picked up her 4th personal. Williams will step back onto the court for the Trojans, and here comes Katie Johnson for Shelton. The lead in the ball. Over to Peterson. Peterson shuffles to Littleson, back to Johnson. Shuffle it down, that's Moon losing the handle. That was Metheny with the pick. And here comes Mitchell. Kiki over to Metheny. Now to Alana Mitchell. One dribble. Over to Williams. That's Triggs. To Mitchell. 8 on the shot clock. Alana Mitchell blocked by Katie Johnson, and there's going to be a foul on Katie. That's the 8th team foul on the Highclimbers. And only 2 on the Trojans. Alana Mitchell at the free throw line. She has 4 points tonight. She's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Make it 1 for 3. One has another free throw. That's short, throttled out. Littleson with the rebound, and here comes Peterson for Shelton. Try to step by, and they're going to get her with a travel, although she was tied up. And I have 11 turnovers on Shelton. 51.6 seconds to go, third quarter, 38-29 is the score. Seems like we've been knotted up at this for quite a while now. Triggs will bring the ball across the timeline over to Metheny. Metheny down to the box. It's Mitchell. Mitchell has a mismatch. Over for Triggs for a long 2. That goes in. 7-point lead now for the Highclimbers. Johnson top of the key. Griffin hooks it back to Littleson. Littleson just outside the free throw line. Her jumper falls off. Peterson with a rebound. Steps back beyond the arc. Launches a 3. That's off. Littleson with the rebound. Out it goes to Johnson. Over to Peterson. Peterson for 3 again. No. Rebound pulled down by Mitchell through an elbow, but there was no call there, and 3 seconds to go. And a half-court shot comes up just short, and we're through 3 quarters. Shelton leads 38-31. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey is 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Back here at the Mini Dome, Shelton Highclimbers lead the Olympic Lady Trojans 38-31. They were up by as many as 13 in that third quarter, and Olympic has just slowly whittled away at the lead. This is a long time out in the period. It'll be Highclimber ball to start the fourth quarter. And Shelton will come out with Garens, Powell, Griffin, Peterson, and Johnson. I'm sorry, it's Olympic ball coming out start the fourth quarter. And Riley will inbound it to Triggs. Throw it over to Willis in the ball game. Different look of lineup, and Mitchell with a jumper at the foul line missed it. Rebound pulled down by Garens. Garens gets up to Peterson, finds Griffin, and she'll put it up and in. 7 points for Jazz, and the lead is back up to 9. Comes Triggs over near side to Willis. Willis gets the ball back. They're looking low for Williams. Around the horn it goes. Riley to the foul line jumper that's in and out. Rebound, Griffin pulls it down in traffic. Lob it to Garens. Garens all the way up the court to Johnson. She'll stop and lay it off glass and in. 4 points for Katie. And a quick timeout after just under a minute in the quarter. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
.706 to go here in the ball game. Shelton Lady Highclimbers up 42-31. It'll be Trojan ball after a couple of quick twos off of turnovers, or quick 4 off of turnovers for the Highclimbers. Trojans have a different look in their lineup. Got Kiki Mitchell, Aaliyah Williams, Triggs, who brings the ball up. She'll throw it over to Riley, to Willis. Near side, that's Triggs to Mitchell. Mitchell missed the shot, rebound Garens, and then there's a foul on the pass off the rebound. It'll only be the third team foul on Olympic. Personal foul, I believe, went on Williams. It's her second. So Powell inbounds it to Johnson. And over it goes to Peterson, down to the baseline to Garens. Garens throws it up top to and over the head of Griffin, and that is a turnover. I have a dozen turnovers on Shelton tonight. Triggs gets it in to Riley, over to Willis. Into Triggs. Has it up to Mitchell. Mitchell is the one to stop here. Willis for three. It's partially blocked. That goes in and out. Rebound Griffin. Griffin in a crowd. Had it stolen away by Mitchell, but Mitchell corrals it. Hands it off to Triggs. Triggs throws it to Williams off her hand out of bounds. That goes over to the Highclimbers. Ow. Timber Ware back in the ball game for Jordan Peterson. It's Highclimber ball. They have Garens, Powell, Ware, Johnson, and Griffin on the court. Johnson will bring the ball up over to Griffin. Griffin, little touch foul there on that drive. Going to even the fouls up, I think. 14 fouls on Olympic. And number 35. Inbounds Johnson for three. No. Mitchell, Kiki Mitchell with the ball. Here she'll come. She'll throw it up to Triggs. Triggs, extra pass. And it's a turnover on Olympic. 15 turnovers on the Lady Trojans. Under 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. Taya Gooley is up off the Highclimber bench. And Alana Mitchell returns for Olympic. So Jasmine Griffin will inbounds it to Taya Gooley for the Highclimbers. Leading by 11. Over to Ware, down to Garens. Extra pass to Powell, and she's just slid that pivot foot. That'll be 13 turnovers on Shelton. Comes Triggs over to Mitchell, to Riley. Lob it to Kiki Mitchell. Three-pointer, that's actually on the line. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Gooley. Gooley speeds to the center court. Throws it to Garens. Garens packed to Powell. Powell up and in. 10 points for Kylan. And the Highclimbers up 13. Mitchell with it. Over to Williams. Williams down to the baseline. That's Triggs. She slipped, lost the ball. Garens comes away with it. Up to Ware. Timber to the three-point arc. Throws it to Gooley. Gooley to Powell. To Gooley. Lob it to Griffin. Griffin fakes the three. One-hand hook pass to Powell. Powell step back. Find Ware. Ware eyes the hoop for three. Nope. Rebound knocked out of bounds. That'll stay with the Highclimbers. Morgan Presser is back in the ballgame. She has 4 personal fouls. It's Highclimber ball, baseline inbounds. Gooley will trick the play to the left of the backboard. And we have Zoe Matheny back in the ballgame for Olympic. Gooley lob it in the middle to Garens. Garens up and in, and she was hacked but no whistle. Only the second basket for Kayla. And the lead is 15, largest of the night for Shelton. Crystal just walked, missed the shot. Rebound pulled away by Triggs. Triggs to Mitchell to set the play for Olympic. High post feed in traffic is Kiki Mitchell. Her turnaround doesn't fall. Got her own rebound. One dribble, puts it back up. Missed the shot. Rebound Garens. Here comes Gooley. Gooley to Griffin. Griffin driving baseline. Banging bodies. Finally a whistle. Wow. It's starting to get a little physical down there. And that will go on Kiki Mitchell, her second. Jasmine Griffin at the free throw line. She is 0 for 3. Has 7 points. That's her first free throw. Get 1 for 4. Get one more. Got the second one. 17-point lead for Shelton, their largest of the night. Comes Kiki Mitchell, top of the key. Finds Alana. Throw it to Metheny. Side of the paint to Triggs. Somehow she got away from that. They're going to finally call that one out of bounds. 16 turnovers on the Lady Trojans. 3:46 to go here in the ball game. Shelton leading 48-31. Gooley over to Ware. High post feed to Powell. Powell draws a triple team out to Griffin. Griffin drives side of the paint to Gooley. Gooley for three. No. Rebound pulled down by Triggs for Olympic. Oh, and her outlet is deflected, but it goes right to the hands of Metheny. Metheny attacks the hoop, banging bodies, draws the foul. I'm not sure who that was going to go on. We'll find out. Kayla Cairns with her fourth personal. Metheny hit the first free throw. She'll get another one. 6 points for Zoe. Riley returns for the Trojans, and Lexi Moon will step on for the Highclimbers. And Zoe Metheny was with the second free throw. That one popped out. Kylan Powell with the rebound for Shelton. Quickly up to Griffin. Griffin, nice step, puts it up short, got her own rebound, one dribble, lost it. Ripped away by Mitchell. Mitchell throws it, let's see here, that's Riley. Riley, cross court to Mitchell. Mitchell to Triggs. Back to Mitchell for three in the corner. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound Ware. Timber with the ball, bringing it up. Top of the key. Finds Gooley. Gooley to Griffin. Griffin down to Moon. Moon turnaround jumper. Hacked and fouled, but no whistle. And here comes the Trojans. Mitchell to Triggs. Triggs to Riley. Riley dribbles into a trap over to Mitchell. It's Kiki with it. Up top it goes. Triggs for three. Yep. Riley with 7 points tonight. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the ball game. Griffin with the ball. Gooley at the top for three. Long, long three. Oh, missed it. Rebound. Mitchell comes away with it. To Triggs. Triggs waiting for the pack to catch up. Set the play for Olympic. Over to Mitchell. Kiki drives to the paint. Runner runs into Moon. Draws the foul. Wow. That's the 10th team foul on Shelton. The Kiki Mitchell at the free throw line. She's 13 points. She has 3 for 8 at the free throw line. First one. Got the first one. She'll get another one. So we have Emma Meadows back in for Olympic along with Morgan Cresser. And Shea Littleson will step back on for Shelton. So Kiki Mitchell has another free throw for the Lady Climbers, leading by 12 now, or for the Lady Trojans. High Climbers lead by 12. Second one goes in. Full court press by, a steal by Mitchell. Kiki to the hoop, puts it up, and there's the offensive foul. That's been there all night, and he finally calls it a little bit late on that charge, however. Full court press by the Trojans. Powell gets it into Moon and gets it right back crossing midcourt. Kylan over to Gooley. Gooley threw it, trying to get to Littleson, stolen away by Kressler. And here comes Mitchell. Kiki on the run. She's going to go to the hoop, had it knocked out of her hands out of bounds. Highclimbers up 17 at one point. Now they're only up 11. Minute 28 to go in the ball game. Inbounds for Olympic. Mitchell into Metheny. Metheny missed the three. Rebound corralled by Littleson. Ware has it. Gives it up to Gooley. Gooley back to Timber. Timber to the three-point arc. Oh, nope, to Moon on the baseline. Back to where? Oh boy, the ball control is just a little erratic for the Highclimbers. 16 turnovers by my count. Just one less than Olympic. Minute 11 to go here in the ball game. 48-37. Mitchell, that's Alana Mitchell with the ball. Hands it off to Metheny. Now it's Kiki. Over to Mitchell, there's Metheny. Metheny just inside the arc, nails a long jumper. 8 points for her. 8-point lead for the Highclimbers. The inbounds, Gooley to Powell. Powell can't handle it. Now we have 17 turnovers on Shelton. Highclimbers are just almost giving the ball, or giving the game away to the Trojans, and the Trojans will take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPtheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey's 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Back at the Mini Dome. 49.8 seconds to go in this ball game. 8-point lead for the Shelton Highclimbers. However, the Olympic Trojans will have the ball coming out of the timeout off the turnover, and I have 17 turnovers on each team here. Both Mitchells are out there for Olympic, along with Meadows, Crusher, and Matheny. Oh, no, they're gonna, wait a minute, hold on a second. Meadows is, we're still trying to figure out. Okay, both Mitchells are out there. Meadows is not gonna be allowed in the ball game. Coach doesn't like it. Coach Hanley, at the very end of the bench, not very happy. And one of the referees is gonna, they won't allow the substitution. Now they are going to allow the substitution. So Meadows is in, and Triggs is out. Inbounds, foul line extended. It'll be Kiki Mitchell into Alana Mitchell. Over to Metheny, to Kressler. Kressler just traveled, threw up a shot, missed it. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give that to Olympic. Now Triggs is going to come in for Meadows. I'm really confused now. The baseline inbounds for Olympic. Inbounds to Mitchell. Mitchell to Mitchell. Kiki over to Metheny. Metheny for three. No. Rebound tapped and controlled by Metheny. Metheny to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. No. Rebound Ware. And fouled in backcourt. It's Kylan Powell. That'll be the sixth team foul on the Trojans. Oh, it's 7. Okay, I'm a little bit off. So it's 7. It's 1-1 for the Highclimbers. I believe that personal is going to go on. Yeah, this is Kiki Mitchell, her third. So Kylan Powell's at the free throw line. First of all, 1-1. Got the first one. She'll get another one. Kayla Garens will step on for Lexi Moon. So Powell has another free throw. Got it. She's perfect at the line tonight. Comes Metheny. Metheny to Triggs. Triggs to Mitchell. Mitchell. And an offensive foul on the pass off is always going to be a turnover either way. 18.3 seconds to go. 10-point lead for Shelton. And Morgan Kresser just fouled out. Ends up with 3 points here tonight. And Emma Meadows will return now for Kresser. Powell wanted to shoot free throws. They don't allow that on the offensive foul. Inbounds to Garens. Garens over to Peterson. Peterson to Griffin. Griffin shuffles it to Powell, puts it up short, got her own rebound, knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. They will give that over to Olympic. 10-point lead and 8.4 seconds to go. Actually, 10-point deficit for the Trojans. This Triggs. Triggs to the three-point arc. Hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. Yep, at the buzzer. But that's a final. Shelton comes away with a 50-43 win over Olympic tonight in the Mini-Dome. We will take a timeout, and we'll be back with wrap this thing up. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys face Tumwater at North Thurston High School. Tip-off in Lacey's 5:15. That's boys high school basketball. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Tumwater T-Birds at North Thurston High School. Tomorrow night, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
It's the final here in the Mini-Dome. The Shelton Lady Highclimbers hold off the Olympic Lady Trojans by a score of 50-43. They did it behind the 12 points for Kylan Powell. She was perfect at the free throw line. She was 6 for 6 by my count, 12 points. Timber Ware, 11 points, hit 3 threes in the first half. Let's see here, 9 for Jasmine Griffin. 4 for Lexi Moon, 4 for Katie Johnson, 3 for Deshea Littleson, and 3 for Jordan Peterson. In the loss for the Olympic Trojans, they were led by Kiki Mitchell. She had 18 points, 8 for Zoe Metheny, 7 for Briley Triggs, 4 for Alana Mitchell, 3 for Morgan Kressler, basket for Aaliyah Williams. That's pretty much the way that rounded up as scoring. Turnovers, the problem for both teams. Olympic ended up with 18 by my count. Shelton ended up with 18. And 11 of those in the second half. Highclimbers were up, let's see here, up 10 in the first quarter. Trojans clawed their way back to pull within 2. Highclimbers went up 13 in the third. Trojans still came back and pulled within 7. Highclimbers are up 17 in the fourth, and Olympic came back, pulled within 8, but couldn't quite finish the comeback. And the final there, you see it, 50-43. So the Highclimbers improved to 7-2. The Trojans dropped to 2-6. Next up for the Shelton girls, they host Peninsula on Wednesday. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will broadcast that game. Olympic, by the way, will host North Mason on Wednesday. Our next broadcast is actually tomorrow as the Shelton boys play Tumwater in the North Thurston Holiday Tournament. Tip-off at the North Thurston High School is 5:15 tomorrow evening. Pre-game about 5:05. So that does it for us in the Mini-Dome. Final again, the Shelton Lady Highclimbers 50, the Olympic Lady Trojans 43. My thanks to you for joining us for high school basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.